Hello everyone, in the video today I would like to discuss about a very sensitive matter, and I think it's so important for the gym bros to hear about this because it can either build you or break you if you don't know how to react when that time will come. So yes, we're going to speak about dating and about women. We cannot live with them, we cannot live without them, but one thing is for sure, it's so important and so critical in your journey as a man to go through this because it's such a big step up in your personal development and it's such a big step up in your journey in becoming the best version of yourself. That if you've gone through this or you're going through this, I'm really happy for you. I know it's painful, but hang in there. So I'm going to tell you a story. I've been a coach since 2013, and in all this time I've trained many people from many walks of life. Some of them had very good jobs, very good careers. They were doing very well in their studies, and they were doing extremely well with their training because with some of them I was actually having such great results that I was actually getting ready to go on stage and compete with them. And I had this joke, and I don't know if I have a cursed tongue, but I was literally saying this. And most of these guys were actually single, so they could focus on themselves. I used to tell them, listen, you're doing so well in whatever you're doing, but you know what your downfall will be? When you're going to find a girlfriend. And it was crazy because most of the times I was right. So they have all this focus on themselves, on their career, and they're doing so well, and then they find a girlfriend, which obviously the girlfriend found attractive the fact that you're successful in your training or successful in your career or both, and that was one of the catalysts which was attracted to you. But then we all know that a lot of guys, when they go into the relationships, they put their things, their hobbies, their projects on a second place because they're so excited with their new relationship that they kind of let themselves go a little bit. They stop training as hard, they stop eating as good, they stop focusing on their projects, on their careers as much, and then basically slowly they start to lose from that progress and that edge. And guess what happens? The woman will not be attracted to that. And in a lot of the times, these guys were falling deeply in love with these girls. And there comes a time when they break up. The breakup could be initiated by him, by her, or by a common decision. But it doesn't matter. So all of a sudden, they were alone and they had to pick themselves back up and they had to rebuild everything that they lost during this time. And a lot of the times they would come back to me and they would say like, yes, you were right. I wish I listened to you. Or some guys would be ashamed of it and they would never come back. I would never hear from them. But it just comes to show, whatever the situation, you have to put yourself first. You have to make sure that you keep that edge. Because guys, yes, the woman will probably say, no, don't go to the gym as much. Why are you so crazy about the gym? Spend more time with me. That's actually a trap. Because, as I said before, she literally fell in love with you because you were so successful in your job, in your career, in your training, in your studies. But if you all of a sudden ditch that thing and prioritize her, a lot of the times that's not really attractive for the girls. Because in her eyes, you're gonna value less. So that's how you start to lose her. And this should be, your main lesson from these things. This breakup, doesn't matter who initiates it, should be a major lesson for you. I know it's hard and I know it's painful, but just go through it. Go back to your training, go back to your projects, go back to your career. Work as hard as you can. Focus on yourself. Don't chase what you've lost because you've lost it for a reason. And if God or the universe or whoever you believe in will decide that later on in life you might meet again, then that will happen. But for this time being, focus on yourself. Work really hard. Get yourself back in shape. Earn more money. Go out there and live life. Focus on yourself. Become the best version of yourself you can be. And this is the time where you're gonna make so much progress if you're focused, but also could be the other way around, where you are depressed, where you are sad, where you're going into drinking or drugs or antidepressants, and that's not the way. You don't want to choose the easy way out. You want to work hard, you want to rebuild yourself better, stronger, because take this as a lesson. Make sure you go through the pain because this will make you stronger. And I promise you that later on down the line, you'll be so grateful because you've been going through this situation. You'll be so grateful because the man you are now, you're so much stronger and powerful and more dedicated and ready for more challenges that life can throw at you. Come on guys, this is like a small challenge, very small challenge in your life. Yes, it might seem big at the time, but believe me, if you go through this the right way, with hard work, training hard, working hard, making more money, you're just gonna thrive. You're gonna become so much better and so much stronger, a better version of yourself, and that's gonna be very attractive for other girls out there. But at the same time, it should be a lesson which you shouldn't repeat. And as I said, because I have so much experience working with people, the people who could gather themselves and work really hard and focus on themselves, that was like a major step up in their life. Whereas some people who kind of crumbled, some of them, they could never recover or just kind of like barely staying afloat. So it's all in the mind, guys. Always chase strength, not only strength in muscles, but mental strength. And pain is the stepping stone, which can make you more successful and more resilient and more strong. So just please remember this. Don't chase weakness. Choose to go through the pain, choose success, and that's how you're gonna become the best version of yourself. And that's how you're gonna be a successful and powerful man, which one day can make a family, raise kids, and be an example in this world. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my rant. I hope you could draw some lessons out of it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll just see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.